Hello, my friends. Hello, my fans, and hello, world. It's crazy times, and I've got here with me one of the best one of the best radio hosts, presenters from France, and working broadcasting from London. This amazing show, Laurent Shark Selection Show. Here he is. I thought in these crazy times I can reach out, and you were one of the first ones to actually broadcast live from home. I saw you, and I saw your daring sign, FU COVID-19. So I wanted to reach out and
Yes.
tell me a little bit more. How did the pandemic hit you, and how did you decide to do live stream videos?
Yeah, so first of all, hello, how are you? Dobre, как si?
My God, you know Bulgarian.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, I'm a musician, producer, DJ, radio host, radio programmer, and I have this monthly show which is live on many radios and with a big audience, in which I welcome massive artists, including you, because I had you on the show as well. And
Shai, tell me how many million views do you have monthly on your show?
so it's more than 40 radios connected all together, so we can reach an audience up to 3 million unique listeners. So yes, it's a pretty 40 radios everywhere in the UK, Spain, Italy, I think something like 20 or 25 different countries. So it's a pretty big show. It's a lot of organization. And so I interview artists over the phone, just like we do right now, and then I've got DJs coming here in the studio and DJing live. So that's when we put the video, to give the people a sense of the atmosphere here in the studio. So I put some lights on. I've got all the the DJ gears in the studio, and we have a great fun. So it's like 5 hours every first Saturday of the month. It was not planned for me to do this kind of live things. Obviously, during the confinement, I was on my own here in the studio, so I was DJing here in the studio with my F word.
Coronavirus, remember?
That's what I saw.
Exactly, I was calling them confinement house party. I'm a multi-resident DJ in different clubs here in London.
I was
I
like,
remember coming to
people
one
are the
of your
home.
gigs.
Exactly, yeah. So people stay at home. Doesn't mean that they don't listen to music anymore. So let's spread the love. Let's share some good times together. And some people were dancing at home. That was fun. But yeah,
I'm going to interrupt you just because you are one of the first ones to do that. And I think you really briefly touched on the sharing the love part. But this is what me as a girl is mostly interesting me, because really, truly, right now, we, the artists, the DJs, the nightclubs, we are with our hands tight. And I wonder how you find the strength to keep the light up for everyone.
Well, first of all, I'm not a depressed person. I'm always very super optimistic, always full of, positive energy. Obviously, when they announced the lockdown, I went from, DJing 5 times a week to nothing. Obviously I'm still doing music production. Kept me, survive during this lockdown, because I still have some studio work. But the DJing is a really good revenue. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. And from all of a sudden, basically staying at home and being forced to stay at home, I'm just like, I miss my friends. I miss, the contact with the people, so what is the best way to carry on and basically to have some good time with the people is to do, this live stream, which I started to do with a radio show. And so I was like, well, I've got some time, let's connect, let's put the gears on here in the studio, and let's do some, play some music for my friends, for the fans.
That maybe nobody will tune in, or that people will be so in their mind or afraid that they would not pay attention. Because I did those podcasts, and I felt like a woman amidst all the crisis. Everybody's like wondering what to do, no money and all these troubles. And here we are, the artists, going ahead, sharing live streams and
Yeah.
doing live podcasts, and that's it, it's a little out of touch with reality.
During this lockdown, there's not many things that we can share with people. We can't spend time with them. We can't eat with them. We can't go play bowling with them or have a drink. So thankfully. I had the capacity to DJ here. It's also a good vaccine, it's a good way to say, guys, don't worry. I know we can't be together, but at least we are virtually together. We're spending some time together, and we still, have this connection, because when you broadcast live, you see, the message is coming, so it's always gamble. It was like, are people going to watch or not? But the thing is, with social networks now, when you go live, people receive a notification. So it's not like millions of people, but let's say it's enough to have this kind of small, intimate party and connect with them. I became friends with some people who just found out my DJ set, because friends that I have on social networks invited them, and it was like, oh, I didn't know him. And we became friends, even just virtually on Facebook, on Instagram, and now they asking me, so Laurent, when is the next one? When is the next one? And so at least, we can, during this very depressing, period of time when we were basically locked at home, we can still stay connected and have some fun. I'm DJing, I'm dancing, I'm replying to the comments. And because it's not live on radios, it's just like very intimate. I can literally, with my mic, say, hi, hello, Diva. Hi, hello, mister. Hello, this, hello, that. And you bring some, positive energy to the people who are, we've been suffering, during this lockdown. We've been suffering. And a lot of people, not necessarily in the music industry, but as you said, restaurants, hotels, tourism, they've been suffering a lot. Everyone has been directly or indirectly impacted by this huge thing, and I think sharing music is a good way to to give this positive energy to the people. So yeah, you have to do it with the heart. You don't do that to do it. It's like you're a people's person. You do this with your heart. You don't need anything in exchange. You just spread the love. We can do that. Let's keep connected.
I think that's what we, the artists, are all about, to maybe bring more reality or people in the moment, here and now, and just forget about the future and the past and just be here and now, and
Exactly.
keep the faith that things will work out eventually, and they always do, because it's always a merry-go-round. So this brings me to the next question, which is, how do you survive now on the basic day-to-day life?
From day one to day two, everything was closed. Nobody was prepared for these things. You know what I mean? Nobody could plan such a massive, storm. But I've got my record label. I have, I'm doing music production as well. And I do, mixing, mastering for other artists, apart from my DJ things and my radio show. So I had, let's say, different leads, of things who allowed me to survive a little bit,
What is your label called? What is the label?
It's called Dominium Recordings, and I have 3 sub-labels as well, for different genres of music. Today, you don't really make money with a record label, but thankfully, I could do some work, and also when you DJ a lot, you don't necessarily have the energy, to do your own music. And I was working with a lot of artists as well. When you have like job opportunities, you just take them. So you put your own personal project on the side a little bit, So this lockdown was actually a really good opportunity for me to open the drawers that I had in my studio with the project that I were sleeping like for some of them like 2 years. And work again, So I've been quite, productive, let's say. And also during the first lockdown, we had an amazing weather. I have the chance to have like fantastic neighbors, from Bulgaria, by the way.
Bulgarian.
Yeah, so I tried the best rakie. We had a wonderful weather in London, so we just spent time together. I think it was a good break, maybe. It was not really a punishment, Let's say we didn't make a lot of money, but we didn't lose too much, either. So it was...
let's gained time with family.
Exactly.
Concentration on the right order of life.
Yeah.
It was a
Exactly.
rat
You know,
race with all this information coming here left and right, especially for us artists. It's so crazy, and now we can finally find time to sort everything, right?
That's true. I mean, the first confinement was funny because I've been living in this area of London for more than 10 years, and I've never really met my neighbors, for example. During this lockdown, when people could go out, even with a mask or without a mask, we started to talk to the neighbors. And the funny thing is, the more people were isolated, the closer they became. Now we go to the park, we say hello to the people in the park. Now I know my neighbors. Some of them been there like for years, and now we talk to each other. We share some vegetables that we were growing in a backyard. I mean, this kind of community appeared, and this is actually sad that we needed a lockdown to get people together, and also online as well. Online people. I mean, there is nothing worse than feeling alone, And if you can't meet people, you have to find a way to get in touch, to keep in touch with people. And thankfully, we had the social networks who allowed us to do live streams, to connect with people, to get some news from family that we couldn't see. These things. So, and people always find a way to stay connected with other people, And I think that's the reason of the success of this online streaming. Bob Sinclair was doing a DJ set almost every day as well, with thousands of people listening to him. And I think as artists, I think that's kind of our duty to bring this, positive energies to the people. And what a better way to do it than with music,
Yes, yes, yes. I'm
yeah,
so happy to have actually come to London to one of your gigs and meet you in person.
yeah, that's true.
And
That's
see
true.
your wonderful, crazy self, your true wild animal behind everything. And how do you get the energy to keep going?
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you something which is absolutely true. I don't do drugs. I've been DJing for 27 years. I have never touched anything. I smoke cigarettes.
What are you talking about? You look 20.
Yeah, I've been DJing for 27 years, and I've never touched any drugs. Literally nothing. It actually scares me. I used to do a lot of sports instead. I love my beer. You know how much I love my beer. But the energy just come. I think that's the way I am. I don't. As I said, I'm not depressed. I'm not a negative person. I sleep super well. When I'm awake, I'm fully awake. When I'm sleeping, I'm fully sleeping. I cook pretty well. Maybe that's the food. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a natural way. This is just me being just positive thinking,
Doing what you love. I think that's
Exactly.
it. And be here,
Exactly.
present in your moment, 100%. And you touched on the music part. Please tell me a little bit more. What is the genre you're creating your music and producing nowadays?
So I've been through a lot of music genres in terms of production. I did some super electronic EDM kind of music. I've been doing some new disco. I'm working with a singer called Darren Ellison, with whom we did a soul track called One of a Kind. We come back in December this month with a new track. It's going to be released on the 18th of December called New Reason. It's very funky. Think about like Justin Timberlake, Bruno Mars, this kind of funky, very radio friendly, and going through some collaboration, doing some Afro deep house music, some disco house music. So I'm very eclectic in the music that I love to listen to. So I don't want to be stuck to one genre of music. So yeah, I'm trying to experiment things, get out of my comfort zone as well sometimes, which is good when you do collaboration, and so yeah, but always with the same signature positive energy.
That's Laurent Shark for you. Any last words for the people that get to touch the energy and see this interview of ours?
Well, listen, the only thing I can say to the people is stay strong. It's a very difficult period for people who are very deeply impacted, by this coronavirus. Hopefully next year things are gonna go much better, and we're gonna party together again. Some families has lost family members. It's a very tough thing to but don't be shy. Just connect with the people, listen to some good music, dance in your kitchen, do something. We need to find a way to survive this horrible negative thing. So music is the best cure. So yeah, get in touch. Seriously, I feel bad about it, but during the first confinement, I get in touch with some people I have not talked to for like years. You know what I mean? And again, I was like, well, I should have done that before, So and it feels good to reconnect with these people. So now I'm just carry on, to keep in touch with these people. So don't feel alone, Just connect with people. Just yeah. And as you said, this confinement put us to the ground, So we had to forget about the bling bling. All the stuff, and understand the true values of life, which is, spending time with your family, being in good health, eat well, get some fresh air, walk, say hello to your neighbors, and I really hope that this is going to carry on even after this pandemic thing, that people are going to stay connected and then going to say hello to their neighbors and forget about all these superficial things about life, yeah.
You always find something positive in everything, and the
always
half full, and that's why probably you keep going and growing more and more. I really love your energy, and we'll look more in detail for all of your broadcasts, podcasts, and production, because I know I've been touched by you, and I know that everyone who watches this interview will love to get to know you more.
Thank you so much.
Exchange energy.
So much.
One last thing. I know you're French, so you need to tell me something in French.
In French, Diva, merci beaucoup pour cette interview. Ça m'a fait très plaisir de t'avoir au téléphone et puis en visuel. Comme ça. Je te fais plein de gros bisous et j'espère à très vite.
Well, thank you. Et voilà. I will say voilà.
Et voilà.
And with this beautiful accent, and since we're in London, I will put my crown.
Very good.
And say goodbye to everyone who's watching. Thank you so much once again.
But I will.
a few words in Bulgarian.
Okay. Diva, kaksi, dobre, blagodaria, mola.
You said that your friends are chasing your daughter and
yeah,
saying...
check it, bufala. Festek.
Yes.
Festek. Bonbon. And when she's looking at the neighbors, they say, "Oh, klukarka."
Please say hi from me, and
I will.
A lot of love.
Fantastic. Speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Okay?
Bye. Bye.
Bye.